Hello, welcome to Photo 6. My name is Emily Redondo and I'm going to be your instructor this semester. So in this video, I'm going to go over some crucial things for you to know for this course. Let's get going. Now, just FYI, I'm going to be covering all the information on this page. I know some learners don't quite like doing videos. If you'd rather read through this information, that's completely fine as well. So this is an 18-week online course, and if you need to contact me, my best contact is definitely through email. It's emily.redondo@fresnocitycollege.edu. I usually check my email a couple times at least per day, Monday through Friday. On the weekends, I do try to take a technology break at least for one day, so just be aware of that. It's better to get those questions in earlier than the week so I have time to respond. All right, so some course information. So you will be graded on class participation via discussion boards, lab assignments, a midterm, and final exam. So each week you can expect to watch or read one lecture, participate in one discussion board, and turn in 1 to 2 lab assignments. If they're shorter assignments, you'll get 2 per week. If it's a bit of a longer assignment, you might just have 1 per week. All right, something else to know about those assignments is that discussion boards and lab assignments is how I take attendance. So if you don't turn anything in twice in a row or 3 times before the midterm, that is grounds for being dropped. Now, I do understand that things happen. So I usually reach out through email before I drop you. And please feel free to communicate with me. If there's something crazy going on in life, I totally understand. So just, communicate with me and hopefully we can work something out. All right, so due dates. Discussion boards have 2 due dates. You must create your first post by Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. and then you have 2 days to reply to other students' posts. So by Friday at 11:59 p.m. you have to have your replies in. Lab assignments are also due on Fridays. And there's also going to probably be a couple extra credit assignments. Now, these extra credit assignments will come throughout the semester. If you feel a little overwhelmed for when it comes out, don't worry. You have until the last Wednesday of the semester to actually turn them in. The final exam will be available the last week of class and it's due the final Friday of the semester. If you want to take it earlier, that's completely fine with me. And last but not least, can you turn in assignments early? Yes, you totally can. In fact, if you know you have something coming up, you're going to have a busy, Thursday and Friday or something, and you want to get everything done earlier in the week, that is fine with me. So how much time do you actually need for this course? You're going to need to devote about 7 to 11 hours a week to be successful in this course. And that's including, going over the lectures, participating in discussion boards, doing your lab assignments. And your lab assignments are going to be sometimes book assignments and sometimes they'll be shooting assignments. Something important to know is that I do not accept late assignments. But if there are extreme circumstances, like I said, please reach out to me, communicate with me, okay? We might be able to work something out. So when do we meet? Well, this class is asynchronous, which means that you review all of the materials and do the assignments on your own schedule. We do not meet on Zoom on any particular days. Now, I do have office hours where we can meet on Zoom. And if those hours don't match up for you, if they don't work out, please feel free to send me an email. We can try to figure out a day, time that better works. Okay, so for this class, what equipment do you need? You do need a digital camera with manual controls for aperture, shutter speed, ISO, white balance. You don't know what those things mean yet, but basically any DSLR or mirrorless camera will work just fine. Now, if you are waiting for financial aid to come through before you can get that, or there's maybe some other issue, again, please reach out to me and we'll figure something out. You do need a device that allows you to access the internet so you can get on the Canvas course. We will also be using a program called Adobe Lightroom for this class. So what I recommend is a desktop computer or a laptop that runs Windows or Mac OS and meets the requirements to run Adobe Lightroom Classic. There's a link here to check those requirements. That is what I recommend. Now, if your device does not support the use of Lightroom Classic, you're going to be using what's called a Porto, which is a virtual desktop service. Basically, you'll log in through, let's say you have a tablet, you'll log into a Porto through your tablet, and then you'll be able to access what looks like a Windows desktop to actually get into the desktop version of Photoshop. I'm sorry, Lightroom. Now, you might be asking, well, there's a Lightroom app. That's true. But for this course, we're going to be using the desktop version of Lightroom Classic. And that's because there's a whole lot of different options, a lot more options if we're using that instead. For the software, it is provided to you for free when you enroll in this course. So you should be getting an email from IT that tells you how to actually log in and get that going. If there's issues, again, reach out to me. Now, what textbook do you need? Luckily, as a student, you have free access to the electronic version of this textbook through the library website. This is amazing. I love being able to use textbooks that are free to students. So this is what the textbook looks like, and here's the information if you would rather have the physical copy. That's fine with me, of course, but you will have to pay for that on your own. So if you decide to do that, here's the information for the textbook, and here is a video on how to actually access the textbook from the library website. So take your time after this video and watch that one. I do want to note that when you get to the point where you're actually searching for your textbook, in the example video, I'm using a textbook from one of my other classes. So for when you're doing it, make sure you are searching for the correct textbook. Alrighty, moving on to course navigation. Now, modules is where you'll actually want to go to really keep track of what's going on in class. I've set up every module but week by week. So for week 1, everything you need to do for that week will be in the week 1 module. It is the best way to get through this class and make sure you're getting all the information that's necessary and doing all the assignments. If you want to check out the syllabus, want to download it, whatever, you can click on Simple Syllabus. And you can click through the different pages and assignments in the module to kind of get an idea of what you're going to be doing. Now, this is really important because, one, you'll be able to, if you look at the lab project and then look at what the lectures are, you'll be able to kind of apply and think of like, okay, she's lecturing on this, and this is how I'm going to apply it to my lab assignments later on. You can also, another benefit of doing this is that you can email me earlier in the week, and then I have time to respond to you and get your questions answered before something's due. And, oh, I've got a broken link here. I will replace that. So, how to see the comments on your assignments. If you're a bit of a new user to Canvas or have never taken an online class at Fresno City College, this will be a really helpful video for you to check out. I try to leave some type of feedback, especially on the big projects, so you can go back in and see what's going on. I will especially leave you a comment or maybe an audio voice recording if there was an issue and I had to mark you down so you know exactly why you got the grade that you got. Okay, moving along, announcements and notifications. So again, some of this stuff is for people who haven't taken an online class at FCC before, but here's some information on how to set up your announcements and notifications so that when I post something, announcement or comment on your grade, etc., that you'll actually get a notification for it. If you're new to Canvas, there is a Canvas orientation available, and here's the link for that. If you need online Canvas support, we have some links here and a link here and a phone number for student tech support. If you need help with technology, again, student tech support. And I'm going to leave this for you to read. I talk a little bit about the secret to success and my own personal journey through education. It took me quite a while to get through school, but yeah, so if you want to go ahead and take a moment to read through that, I'll let you do that on your own. Okay, moving forward, I've also listed a bunch of student resources. This first section is stuff that can help pretty much everyone. Stuff from how to get a hold of a counselor to getting free food from the RAM pantry. So awesome. I use that all the time as when I was a student. Health services, psychological services. I cannot stress the importance of the free therapy option that you have as students. That is just amazing that we offer that. So, take advantage. Okay, and what else do we have? Now, I also listed a bunch of information, some links to some more individualized programs. Stuff like, the link if you're disabled. And, there are different types of disabilities. I was a DSPNS, or a disabled student, when I was in school. I might not look disabled, but I do have an issue. So getting hooked up with them was very helpful in getting some more resources that helped me in my learning journey. We also have stuff like the SIMBA program that emphasizes the African American male experience, resources for single parents, low-income parents, childcare help, undocumented students, just all kinds of great programs. So look through this and try to find something that maybe can help you out. And if you still don't find anything and need some help, feel free to send me an email and I'll do everything I can to help you find the services you need. Okay, and last but not least, the 3 big tips to succeed in this course. So tip number 1, give yourself plenty of time. Don't wait till the last day to start your work, especially since we're working with software. It always happens. Like if you put everything off to the last moment, all of a sudden something happens, your computer crashes, the software won't open, whatever it is. So if you start your work earlier in the week, you give time for yourself to learn and for those issues to happen so that you can figure out how to fix them. And of course, I'm always here for you, so reach out if something happens. And also, read and watch everything thoroughly. I don't know how many times I've had to mark down someone's project, and it was just because they didn't watch the last 30 seconds of a video where I gave a crucial tip or something. So make sure that you're really going through it all. And last but not least, ask questions. I am here to help you succeed, but I'm not a mind reader. I don't always know what help I can give. So if something is unclear, doesn't quite make sense, please feel free to reach out to me. And with my emails, I try to respond within 24 hours. But yeah, reach out to me. So anyways, continue on with this week's work and welcome to the class.